The tongue is a deadly poison. It's deadly. It causes death. You know, the scripture says life and death is in the mouth of the tongue. Well, most of the tongues on the earth today is a deadly poison that's causing our people death. We have many people right now. They are back in Babylon because of someone's tongue, twisted tongue. And they try to twist the tongue of the Most High. We have to be on guard against Jewish tradition. We have to be warned about this because our people, the camps, follow Jewish traditions. And they don't even know it. They follow Jewish tradition. What Jewish tradition? Are you talking about the Kadash days? No, you're getting it twisted. A Jewish tradition is that horn that comes from a deer that the Babylonian Talmud said they can use and blow on. But the Most High did not say that. You see, that's a Jewish tradition. They're drinking the wine of the Jewish. They're drinking the wine of Esau. So our people do the same thing. Jewish tradition, drinking the wine of Esau, that poison. Jewish tradition. We see our people wearing the blue and the white, just like the Jewish, wearing the cap over their head. Jewish tradition. And then there is the speech, the language. We called ourselves, we're the children of Israel. You see, Jewish tradition. We have to be on guard against these things. These, to me, are simple, little simple things. That's why I had to do that video. Who are we actually? Who are we? We most definitely, the camps are still teaching and telling the people we are the children of Israel. No, they are the children of Israel and they know it. We're Bani Yasharal and we know it. There's a separationing happening. You have some people that's not following Jewish tradition. They speak Hebrew. Don't get it twisted. The Jewish people speak Hebrew. They call themselves Jews. Our people are cleaving to Hebrew. And they call themselves Jews. All this is Jewish tradition. We're not Hebrews. We don't speak Hebrew. It's Abri. The word Hebrew does not exist in the scripture anywhere. I looked it up. I looked for it. I couldn't find it. See, when you learn Abri, this is when you come to a knowledge of somebody's being deceived here. And these people say they are speaking the ancient Hebrew with the letter W in it. Anyone with the letter W? Jewish tradition. Their Hebrew. Their language has the W. And the E and the I. This and the O. This is Yiddish. All this is Yiddish. Our people are following Jewish traditions. These camps are following Jewish tradition, calling themselves Jews. You see? Which the other nations called them Yahudis. Then the Yahudis became Judah. Judah became Jews. Jewish tradition. Be on guard following Jewish tradition. And most of our people, they say they're awakened. They come into the knowledge of the truth. They're following camps following Jewish tradition. So the people follow Jewish tradition to the point they have this star. They have the star. They tattooed it all over themselves, on their clothing, following Jewish tradition. Our people not on guard against this. This message will go right over most of our people's head. And they would not understand it. And people come to my channel trying to tell me you're leading people astray. But yet they are following Jewish tradition, coming to the channel talking about Hebrew. When you're talking about Hebrew, you're following Jewish tradition. It's not Hebrew, it's Abri. But this is what our people are doing. Has the Bible been corrupted? Has has the scripture been corrupted? Wait a minute. Let's take a guess about this. The scripture was in the hands of the Romans. You don't think wicked people, they have all control and all authority over the scripture. You don't think those wicked people will corrupt it? See, we deceive ourselves when we can't admit that the scripture that we have been corrupted. I told my families long time ago, be the Most High will we get in the wilderness, our Bibles will be burned, thrown in the trash. The word Bible itself is named after another mighty one. We discussed this in our last Shabbat class. It's named after another mighty one. There's the Bible, you have to figure out what's true and what's false. But you need to know, you need to have a relationship with the Father, and the Father have to deal with you on these matters, on these issues. They left many things intact. They didn't think it's not enough for them to figure out. And as we discussed in our Shabbat class, they did so much with I have to show a contradiction. And we found something in historical writing that it's a contradiction against what's in the Bible. But when I read it in the Bible, I told the family, I told my family, I never liked this, what I read in the Bible concerning Yasharal. I never liked what I read. But I read over here in the historical work something completely different than what's in the Bible. And I said, this sounds right. How did this man know this? He knew the scripture. So we have to be on guard against scripture that's tainted scripture. This is one of the reasons the Muslims, they know and understand the Bible is tainted. They know, if they don't know anything, they know the Bible is tainted. And many of them, they cannot read it. They will not read it because they said it's tainted. You bring up the Bible to them, the first thing they're going to tell you, it's tainted. And me, being honest and righteous, I have to tell these people, yes, you're right. It's tainted. But we can see the Father speaking in this writing. We have to be on guard against the Roman Catholic Church. We are not on guard against the Roman Catholic Church. That's why camps call themselves, they call themselves pre-Constantine Christian Roman Catholic Church. That's why they tell their members, we have a church. We belong to the church. Make sure you're in the church. You see, they call on Christ, the same Christ the Roman Catholic Church gave to the Christians. And the Christians don't understand. My wife and I were having a conversation just last night. The Christians don't understand. They said the Roman Catholics are not Christians. You listen to them. They'll tell you Roman Catholics are not Christians. They're not like us. They worship Mary. If it wasn't for the Roman Catholic Church, there will be no Christianity. These people need to get a hit with reality. Without the Roman Catholic, this is what I told my wife, without the Roman Catholic Church, there is no Christianity. They don't get that. They don't understand. The Roman Catholic Church invented Christianity. They invented Christ. This is what makes you a Christian. It has Christ in it. You call on Christ, you are a Christian. Our people don't get it. They're not on guard. And so they say we're not Christians like the world Christians today. We are pre-Constantine Christian. You have a Roman emperor in front of your name. And then you call your camp after Christ. We have too many Christ camp churches. They're not on God. Somebody being led astray. And they don't teach their people how to be on God. You don't understand all roads lead to Rome? Who doesn't understand this? No matter what road you're on, no matter what religion it is, all roads lead to Rome. I'm a Christian. Guess where it came from? Rome. I'm a Hebrew Israelite. Guess where it came from? Rome. I'm Jewish. Guess where it came from? Rome. Look at the hats they wear in Rome. They're the same people. Whatever religion you are a part of, it goes back to Rome. The new year begins. When does the new year begins? They said January. Where did that come from? Rome. One of the things when I was in the States and I started doing research and I started studying, one thing I found out very quickly, everything I researched, everything I studied, it went back to Rome. I never knew the deepness of this. Never did I know the deepness of this. All roads lead to Rome. No matter what road you're on, watch yourself. It leads you to Rome. We don't understand this. Here's a picture for somebody that can get it. Why do you think they created it like this with all these roads? Do all roads lead to Rome? Why did they do this? All these roads leading to Rome. All these different ways leading to Rome. People don't understand all roads lead to Rome. So what are the people doing today? They're collecting tithes and offering. The churches are collecting tithes and offering, money. The Hebrew Israelite camps, I have to call them what they are. They don't know who they are. They ignorantly call themselves Hebrew Israelite camps, so I call them Hebrew Israelite camps. They don't know they Bani Yasharal. Hebrew Israelite camps. They collect tithes and offering, money. Where did that come from? Rome. All roads lead to Rome. How did that come from Rome? The Romans, they had different councils and they said among themselves, we have decided, all authority is the Most High has given us all authority, and we have decided to take Levi. We know him as Louis. They took Levi, priests, and we have decided amongst the council that the authority and the power that they have, we have the power to put that on us. And since now this power no longer exists, they said Levi, Louis power no longer exists. He's not collecting tithes and offering anymore. Now that gives us the right to collect tithes and offering. And so Hebrew Israelites, they call themselves, we Jews. We from the tribe of Judah. This is what they will tell the people. And the people give them tithes and offering money. And they're saying they from Judah. Where did they get this from that they can collect tithes and they not from Louis? They're not from Levi? Where did they get this from? Rome. Rome gave them the authority to collect tithes and offerings. See, this is truth hitting you in the face. Like it, love it, hate it, this is truth. We have to be on guard. The Most High said be on guard against these things. Make sure in all you're getting, get an understanding. So I'm sounding the alarm and I'm pointing the fingers at why people doing what they're doing. This is why they're doing it. The camp's not bringing the truth out. This is why they're doing it. They've been taken down by the government. But would the government take down all camps? They're not going to have us have groups, meetings, and they don't know what's going on. They have to come in and control everybody, every group, everyone. They have to find a way to control. They don't want this, what's going on now, and this will be taken from us. A place where someone can come and speak freely what the Most High have shown and revealed to them, to speak freely what the scripture is saying. You thought the scripture was saying this assembly. But you see, it's saying your assembly. See, when they get this and people start getting understanding and putting things together, they get away from under the enemy and get to the point where now they will be under the Most High somewhere in the land, you know, in the wilderness, surrounded by a wall of protection. Now the enemy can't get to them. How did that happen? They allowed someone, a righteous voice, to lead them to righteousness. And they end up in a place where the Most High can barack them. This is the thing they don't want.